Jason Mercer had always feared death. Not in the abstract, but viscerally. Night sweats, racing heart, a daily awareness that one day his lungs would stop rising. At 36, he managed anxiety with coffee, sarcasm, and long drives through the mountain roads outside Denver. It was on one of those night drives, rain slicing sideways through his headlights, that death almost claimed him. He didn't remember swerving. Just the deer, its eyes like silver coins, and the skid as his car plowed through the guardrail. Metal crumpled like foil. Trees became spears. Gravity howled. Then, nothing. Jason woke to the taste of blood and the hiss of a broken radiator. His car lay wrecked at the base of a slope, crumpled around a pine tree. Airbags never deployed. His body should have been shredded. But somehow, he was alive. Not unhurt, ribs cracked, his shoulder dislocated, but alive. Barely. The paramedics found him crawling up the embankment on his elbows, pale and shaking, his voice hoarse from screaming. The ER doctor would later say something strange. "You should have died on impact. Honestly, I don't understand how you're even conscious." 3 days later, Jason was home. Alone, healing. Bruises yellowing, bones aching. But it wasn't the pain that disturbed him, it was the itching. It started on his lower back, an insistent tickle under the skin. Then his arms. Then his chest. He thought it might be nerves healing. But within a week, his skin began to flake, dry, brittle, peeling in long, translucent ribbons. He went to a dermatologist. "Extreme epidermal shedding," the doctor said, frowning. "Could be an autoimmune flare-up. We'll run tests." The tests returned nothing. No lupus, no psoriasis, no fungal infection, no diagnosis. That night, Jason stood shirtless in his bathroom, watching skin fall from his body like dead leaves. It wasn't just flaking, it was molting. Patches of him sloughed off, revealing something new underneath. Not raw flesh, not blood, but smooth, glistening skin that shimmered faintly under the light. He ran his hand over it. It felt cool, too smooth, too perfect, like wax over bone. He called out of work, told his sister he was sick, disconnected for days. And all the while, he shed. Jason avoided mirrors at first. He didn't want to see what he was becoming, but curiosity won. When he finally looked, the man staring back was barely recognizable. His eyes were larger, irises a strange mercury color. His cheekbones higher, skin poreless and pale as bone china. His hair had fallen out in clumps. His fingers were longer, more jointed, the nails darker and thicker. He should have felt panic, but he didn't. Instead, he stood there, hypnotized. A strange thought bloomed in his head like a poisonous flower. This is what I was always meant to be. As Jason's body transformed, so too did his mind. He started remembering things. Places he'd never been. Landscapes with 2 suns. Skies filled with spiral constellations. A language that felt like wind through leaves. He would wake up standing in the backyard, barefoot, arms raised to the sky, humming in tongues. He stopped eating normal food. The smell of meat made him gag. He began consuming strange things. Moss from the woods. Soil. Clay. He found himself gnawing at bark with a hunger that terrified him. He didn't feel sick. He felt free. On the 10th day, Jason received a call from his sister, Emma. She was worried. He hadn't responded to texts. She was coming over. Panic flashed through him. He looked at his hands, no longer human. His mouth had changed too, filled with small backward-facing teeth. His skin glistened with a film that never dried. She couldn't see him like this. But when she knocked, he didn't hide. Emma gasped when he opened the door, took a step back, but then she froze. "Jason," she whispered. "Oh my God, what happened to you?" He smiled. It was not a human smile. "I'm becoming." She tried to run. He didn't stop her. He didn't need to. The transformation was nearly complete. He could hear her footsteps in the trees behind her, each one vibrating through the soil like sonar. He could smell her blood in the air. Jason stopped being Jason on the 12th night. The final layer of skin peeled away in one perfect sheet, revealing the being beneath, a tall, sinewy figure with reflective eyes and translucent skin webbed with bioluminescent veins. He stood in the moonlight, naked and new, and he remembered everything. He was not human. He had died once before, centuries ago, when the stars aligned and he was buried beneath the mountain soil. But the accident, the trauma, the rupture, it had awakened the dormant genes inside him. Or perhaps something ancient had crawled back into him. He was a vessel, a host, a thing reborn. And now, he was ready to shed the world. Jason disappeared. The authorities found his house abandoned, the walls covered in symbols etched with clawed fingers. His bathtub was filled with skin, hundreds of layers, floating like dead jellyfish. But sightings began soon after. A figure walking naked through the woods outside Denver, glowing faintly at night. Animals found eviscerated, not for food but for study. A new disease, skin-based, spreading through contact, victims reporting intense itching before going missing altogether. Some believe he's still out there, molting, spreading. And when the sky changes, when the stars realign as they did before, others will awaken too. They are not from here, but they were always beneath, waiting to shed.